Today I'm gonna fix the 5 biggest reasons you do not hit your driver straight. No fluff, we're getting right after it. Here we go. Number 5. The most common reason that golfers do not hit their driver straight or slice it typically is because the club face is not square at address. So when they set the club head down, the club face rotates a little bit open. Now, why is this more predominant with the driver? Well, because the driver is a longer club. It's the longest club in your bag. And when you set it down, it tends to want to rotate a little bit open. So the heel rotates forward and the toe rotates back just a little bit, okay? Now, that's one of the reasons with the Max Vert why we put the fairway finder line on there, because it's literally a visual line that you can point down the center of the fairway, much like you do like with a putter. Okay, so number 5, the most obvious and the simplest one is to make sure that the club face is squared up at address. Let me go ahead and just hit one, and then I'm going to show you how you can do it with your driver if you don't have the Max Vert. So here we go. I got the club face squared up, the fairway finder line pointed right down the center of the fairway. If you have a traditional driver that doesn't have a line on it, what you can simply do is bring it up here kind of at eye level. Okay, and go ahead and place your hands on there with the grip like this and make sure that the club face is nice and square. When the club head is at eye level, it's easier to see if the face is nice and square. Number 4 reason is that we have a weak lead hand grip. Now, what do we mean by a weak lead hand grip? What we mean by that is when I place my lead hand on the golf club, okay, if I rotate it this way, this is what we call a strong grip, meaning I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 knuckles. If I move my hand this way, this is what we call weak lead hand grip. Now, when we grip the club in a weak position, where it's in the palm and you don't see any of your lead knuckles when you look down, that makes it difficult to square the club face and get it nice and square at impact. It requires more forearm rotation and is one of the biggest reasons golfers don't hit their driver straight. Okay, so where should it be and how can you do that? Well, once again, just bring it up here at eye level. Make sure it's nice and square, and then go ahead and take your hand and place it on there. And as you look, make sure you can see 2, maybe 2.5 knuckles, and then go ahead and bring it down. That's one of my favorite ways. If I need to check the club face, I bring it up there. I got the club face squared up. I grip my lead hand. I can see 2.5 knuckles. I'm in a good spot. Naturally, most of our arms just kind of fall in a position where we can see those couple knuckles. So if I go ahead and just grip it over here on the side like this, then I bring it up front, you're gonna see those couple knuckles. All right, here we go. Number 3, the number 3 reason why a lot of golfers do not hit their driver straight is in the takeaway, the club face gets too open. So when the club works away from the golf ball, okay, a lot of golfers tend to rotate the face open this way. Now they do that more so with their driver because they're standing further away from the golf ball. And the further away you stand, the more the club wants to rotate open. Okay, much like we learned in the first suggestion about keeping the club face square. When we're a long ways away from the golf ball, the face wants to rotate open at address, and it wants to rotate open on the takeaway. So look something like this. You're in here, and it rotates open like that. That would be bad. What should it look like, and how do you fix it? When you take it back, the club face should, right here, should be at roughly about a 45-degree angle. How does that look, Nick? Does that look pretty good right there? All right, good. Nick gave me the thumbs up. You got to give us a thumbs up too on this video, right? And be sure to tell us where you're from. We love hearing where you're from. And if you're not afraid and you're an experienced golfer, put your age in there. I don't mind putting mine in there because I still love golf, right? So 45-degree angles where we want that. Now, how can we get it there? How do we get it there? Well, do you remember we talked about the lead hand grip? Remember that? We wanted to see 2.5 knuckles. So when you take the club away and the hands are at about waist high, you still want to see about 2.5 knuckles. If I see 4 knuckles, the club face is open. If I was to see no knuckles, the club face would be closed. So number 3 is the face gets rotated too far open. Make sure you see 2.5 knuckles when you take it away. Get that club face at a 45-degree angle. All right, here we go. Number 2 is improper weight shift. This is one of the most common ones that I see for golfers. With this club here, the big dog, right? We're all looking for a lot of distance. And lots of times when we slice it or we're not hitting it straight, we tend to keep our weight on our back foot. Okay, so look something like this. Let me go ahead and hit one here. So I'm gonna keep my weight on my back foot. Notice how, see this how I finish, my weight's on my back foot like this. I don't know if Nick picked that ball up. Started pretty straight, definitely sliced to the right, right? Yeah, Nick's giving me the nod over there. Now, when the weight stays on the back foot in the transition, when the weight stays back, that causes the arms and the club to go out and across, kind of like this. So I'm here, boom. Okay, so if you finish your golf swing and your weight's on your back foot, that's a problem. So, like all things that we love to do here at US Golf TV and VLS Golf, okay, and in our book, The Bad Lie, is we like to give you ways to fix it, simple suggestions to fix it. So here's how you're gonna fix it. All you gotta do is when you finish your swing, just make sure that your knees are touching. That's it, boom, see? Here, knees touch. Because if your knees are touching, your weight's gonna go forward. So let me go ahead and hit one, and then we're gonna talk about the number one reason you're not hitting your driver straight. So here we go, all right? Oh man, we're getting loosened up now. The number one reason you're not hitting your driver straight is tension. It could be in your neck, your jaw, your hands, your wrists, your forearms, doesn't matter. Tension is a huge killer when it comes to not hitting it straight, and also for distance. Anytime where muscles are tense and our body is tense, we don't move as freely as we normally do. So we grab this club, the big dog, right? And we just want to muscle it. And we get in there and we're just like, we're gonna kill it, right? Like it's a hammer. It's not the golf swing. The golf swing is rhythm, it's poetry, it's motion. It's not a muscle game, right? So the question becomes, how can we get rid of that tension? You know where we're going with this if you follow this at all right? In vertical line swing, okay? We're going to the right-left drill, right? We're going to the right-left drill. So you know this, the right-left drill is when I swing the club to the right, my weight goes to the right. When I swing the club to the left, the weight goes to the left. But here's the key. When you do that, it's a continuous motion. It's a continuous motion. Let me go ahead and demonstrate it. So I'm gonna do them slow. You don't have to do these fast. Right, left, right, left, right, left. When I do that, that motion eliminates tension and can help me get the club released and get it going forward. Now that we're hitting your driver straight, I'm gonna show you how a 71-year-old VLS golf student hit a drive 321 yards in this next video.